Loneliness might be the birthplace of faith. It's funny, I think I'm like a lot of people. We actually enjoy being alone sometimes, but we're terrified to our core of being lonely. Loneliness might be the birthplace of faith. When our ancestors found themselves walking alone on a dark night, separated from the safety of the tribe and threatened by the glowing eyes in the forest, then and there, they may have discovered the companionship of the spiritual realm. Loneliness might be the birthplace of faith. I was at a beautiful concert recently. My family and I were seated inside the breathtaking Jubilee Synagogue in Prague, an ancient city in the Czech Republic. It was a string quartet playing to a packed house. The musicians were enchanting the crowd with arrangements of some contemporary music. And then they played one of my favorite songs, a song that is as haunting as it is beautiful. It's somehow both sacred and simple. You probably know the song. It's called Eleanor Rigby. It's a famous Beatles tune. Something absolutely rattled me while I listened to that song that night. I silently mouthed the words along with the quartet. All the lonely people, where do they all come from? All the lonely people, where do they all belong? Sitting in that packed synagogue, staring at the backs of the heads of hundreds of people, glancing up at the gorgeous, ornate interior of the temple, I had this moment. It was like I could sense the loneliness. It was like I could feel the lonely people. Loneliness might be the birthplace of faith. None of us wants to walk alone. None of us wants to be left out in the cold. None of us wants to wait at the window looking out longingly. None of us wants to write a sermon that no one will hear. None of us wants to be buried and have nobody come. There's a simple passage near the beginning of Galatians chapter 6 in the New Testament. It reads, "Bear each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ." Bear each other's burdens. Our faith, in fact, the heart of all the great faith traditions, calls us to bear each other's burdens, to be with each other, to take the fear of loneliness that so many people we encounter are experiencing and hoist it onto our backs. Bear each other's burdens. Be with each other. If your faith asks anything of you, at the very least, it asks you to do this. Loneliness might be the birthplace of faith. Will you join me in the spirit of prayer? God, let me be a companion. Let me serve you by bearing the burdens of the lonely. Today I pray for the lonely people. I know they're praying to you, God, but they're waiting for me. Amen. Thank you so much for joining us here at Between. We strive to be the most open church on earth. You are welcome here. At Between, we welcome and affirm absolutely everyone, no matter your age, your gender, your faith tradition, no matter what you've done or who you love, or what anyone else has told you about yourself. You are welcome here and you are worthy of unconditional love. I hope you'll take this message into your life this week and cure the loneliness you encounter. I hope you'll fill the space between you and every person you meet with your sacred love and light. Now go with God's love and create the church between.